Hello, I am Sarah Millican, and welcome to episode... Oh, I did a little burp. So sorry. And now I'm doing a cough to kind of cover up the burp. Do you ever do that? Oh, it was just some cough. Because, I suppose it doesn't work now, because coughs used to be better than burps. But if I was out and, on my walk and somebody coughed beside me, that would make me shit my pants. But if they did a little burp, I'd probably just give them a thumbs up. Hi, it's me. This is episode 68 of How to Be Champion Storytime Spectacular. Ta-da! I hope you're enjoying it. I'm having a blast reading these, so I hope you're enjoying listening to them. We're in the middle of the I Don't Want Kids chapter. I have no idea whether I am fertile. A while ago I was at the doctor's and asked about the possibility of having a fertility test. If not, I could relax a little on the protection front, being in a long-term relationship. My doctor said such a test exists, but you can only have it if you've been trying for a baby for 18 months. The daft side of me considered going back to a different doctor in the practice and pretending I'd been unsuccessful for 18 months, but then knowing my luck, I'd end up accidentally on IVF. I'm too polite. I suspect I am not fertile, given that I have polycystic ovary syndrome. Ovarian syndrome? I always thought it was ovarian, but she's written ovary. PCOS. Something I was checked over for when I was 22, but wasn't diagnosed until 12 years later. It's like my body caught up with my brain. When I was 22, I had unexplained pain, and an old male twat of a doctor lifted up my nightie to see how hairy my belly was and decided it wasn't PCOS from that. I should go back to him. I think I have now got PCOS on my chin. For my PCOS, I take metformin, which all pharmacists think is for diabetes because I'm a bit fat and always look like I'm thinking about chocolate. I take great pleasure in telling them I don't have diabetes yet. Like when I was put on tablets for migraines that were normally used to treat bedwetting. I laughingly told a chemist that they were for migraines, but the bedwetting had cleared up lovely. Ha 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 ha. She smiled and said, "Oh, that's good, and I can't go in there anymore." I've had one pregnancy scare in my life. Urged to by excited women at work, they had no idea, I took a tube of wee to the doctor's. When I rang to get results, the receptionist said, "I'm sorry to have to tell you," before the news that I was not pregnant. How dare she presume what would be the good and bad news? It was like the X Factor, but before the X Factor. "I'm sorry to have to tell you, you're through to boot camp. I'm sorry to have to tell you, you don't need an abortion." The women at work did not understand why I was worried about maybe being pregnant. They hadn't listened when I'd said I didn't want kids. They hadn't noticed me making cups of tea when someone brought a baby in, or not giving much of a shit when they told their stories about their kids. My supervisor backed me into the kitchenette to tell me it was going to be the happiest time of my life, but I had to tell her that I didn't want kids and that if I was pregnant, I would probably have an abortion. She walked away from me silently as she didn't know what to say. Someone much more on my wavelength is my best friend. Whenever our periods started, we would say to each other, "I'm empty." These days, the possibility of having your own kids no longer ends at 40, as people tell me I can change my mind at 60 and still have a small chance of becoming a mother thanks to science. Well, science can fuck off. I suppose this works for some women and all power to them, but it's not for me. I love sitting down and drinking tea now. What makes you think I don't want to be doing that full time when I'm older? The only bum I'll be wiping is my husband's, and he'll be doing mine. We'll try to make it sexy. Two friends and I have agreed that if we survive men, not all of them, in some kind of Sex and the City apocalypse, our men, we will retire to a hot tub in the Lake District, England's ultimate Lake District attraction, and quack at ducks and eat chips and dips until we pop off. I don't think... frog. Excuse me. Phlegm. Sexy. I don't think that I am selfish. I am an okay daughter, a generous and warm friend, and a corking wife, if a little needy and huggy at times. Who isn't? Robots, that's who. My parents never ask about grandchildren, regardless of the fact that they are constantly asked by friends why they don't have grandchildren yet. Yet, such an assumption. As they say to me, we brought you into the world to run your own life. We've got our lives, you have yours. My parents believe we, them, me and my sister, are all adults, all equal. I once asked my mum if I could have a key to their house. She said, as long as I can have a key to yours. I do not have a key to my parents' house. There's no need anyway. If they aren't in, I'll find them in the metro centre. In denial. Do you know how hard it is to prove to someone that you are not in denial? That's not to say I don't have maternal instincts, I do. But they are seemingly directed towards everything except children, adults, animals, my car. I am the friend who wants you to text me when you get home. I am the one who asks if you have your keys if you are known to often forget them. I had to leave my first car, Thelma the Micra, an extra day at the airport once due to a cancelled flight. I was concerned that she'd think I had abandoned her, and with every influx of passengers in the car park, she would look up and scan the crowd for a grumpy, bespectacled lady who eats far too much strawberry bubblegum and still hasn't found a good way of disposing it while driving. Is she? No. Like a little kid at the school gates. And that is the end of episode 68. I do hope you enjoyed it. You take care of yourselves. Let me know what you've had for your tea. It's very important. I like to periodically know what you're eating. I've had a salad because I'm having pie later on. It's all about balanced diet, kids. Look after yourselves. Stay in the house. Wash your fucking hands. And I will see you tomorrow. Lots of love. Bye-bye.
Hello, it's Sarah Millican here. Please make sure you subscribe to my channel to stay up to date with all of my latest videos. Don't forget to like, pop a comment below, and why not stick around to watch a few more? I'm sure those emails or those dishes can wait a bit longer.